Long before time had a name, the first Spinjitzu master created.
What's poppin'?
Oh my god! It went down my windpipe!
So, Skwooshy. He's strange to say the least. So how did him and his family come to be? Well, why should I tell you? Figure it out yourself. It started out with an ancient group of scientists that lived in 83 BCE. They created 10 of a species called the Skwooshies. There was Bob Skwoss, a legend of art and painting. Squaret the Squarbageman Squarison. Yeah. Callie Skwooshy, a stylish Skwooshy that really hates her husband. Jason Skwen, a notorious gangster who terrorized the scientists. Goth Squitch, the first goth girl ever! James Squat, a die-hard Hatsune Miku fan that was somehow knew who Miku was before she was created. Iowa Squy, a generic old woman. Santiago Boombox Skwooshy, a master beatboxer and husband to Ira. Death. That's right, the Grim Reaper is actually part of the Skwooshy family. Alyssa Swatkin. I don't know why Sam based a member of the Skwooshy family off a U.S. senator, but you do you, I guess. With the first Skwooshies born, they thrive in a little village contained in the facility. Boomer Skwooshy creates an immortality potion where the main ingredient is an extinct animal, and he drinks it. He also pushes Ira off a cliff because she dissed his Smash Bros. Fan art.
Wait a minute, is that an Undertale reference? Oh my god!
A terrible ice age grows across the land, but the Skwooshies are still in the facility, so they hid in a house, but got frozen in an ice cube.
A few moments later,
the Skwooshies broke out of the ice cube and were recaptured by descendants of their former masters, notably Dave and other ones no one cares about. At the newly refreshed Skwooshy manufacturing concentration facility, one of the most monumental moments happened thus far. Callie and Jason's son Danny shaved. Oh yeah, and Skwooshy, Nougat, Skate, and Ray were born within a few months of each other, except for Nougat and Skate because they are twins. Oh yeah, Skwooshy and Ray were sons of Hobo, the son of Boomer and Ira, and Ellen, the daughter of James and Goth. Nougat and Skate were born to Hobo's brother Ralph, and Death and Alyssa's daughter Kayla. Finally, Bob and Garrett had a daughter named Karen who married Danny. This new generation of Skwooshies was different. They were really loud and annoying and liked to chew disgustingly on the corner of James's Blu-ray copy of Twilight. That bad acting does taste yummy, though. Also, Skwooshy was extremely horny for Danny and Karen's daughter, Skwooshy. I don't blame him, honestly. But Skwooshy took it a little too far and would go out of his way to actively try and harass her when she majorly friend-zoned him. Danny, Karen, Hobo, and Ellen didn't really mind. They thought it was cute. Okay.
A constipated warlord named Todd broke into Skwooshy's manufacturing facility, and stole documents of the anatomy of Skwooshies, and creates the Order, which is a trademark, a group of robots based on Skwooshies. During Todd's big break-in, the Skwooshy family saw this as a chance to escape poverty and slavery and nudity that was going on in the facility. So they made a big daring escape and jumped over the replica Dave built of the Berlin Wall, but without Womps. Boo! However, Dave was powered on his ultra-cool Skwooshy-themed blue robot This was very important. Boomer told Skwooshy he had shown great pride in the escape, and rewarded him by giving him what was left of his immortality potion. Boomer told him, "With great power comes great constipation. Use it well." Squish was also very impressed, and later married Swooshy so she could steal the 5 shillings given to him by Goth. Ray, Ray also takes down a villain named Will Zeph, a being of pure energy, infuses it into his arm and gives him powers. But that's something for another time.
So yeah, Skwooshy used those powers pretty well, I'd say. And by that I mean he basically overthrew the government and took over the entire world for a minute there. Oh no, spoilers for the warning books, and no one reads those anyway. Also, Skwooshy had a son during this time period, and clearly Squoosh had not done well on her period because their son was a terrorist. They named him Squooshy Jr. Enter CM, a young aspiring lad going into a big facility with big plans. And then he just worked in the basement the whole time. He built a robot named Robo Squoozy, but when he found Todd's true intentions were evil, he destroyed Robo and threw his scraps in an alleyway. Squooshy later came across the very same alley and rebuilt Robo and took him in as his son.
You might be wondering, where's the other villains? Well, here's a villain. He is the most devious, most evil name ever. Bob! Bob hired Todd to hunt down Squooshy because he needed Squooshy to break free from his runes. But Todd failed because he's a noob and kind of sucks at his job. So Bob hires Chef Guy. Um, he's a chef who is also a guy. He assembles an elite team of bounty hunters. Hunter, a marksman that wields a musket and never misses. Assassin, an assassin that is literally just Wolverine. Grim, the only member of the Order that was not made by Todd. The other one, a robot who is there. Knightsley, a knight with a very annoying voice. Shadow, a mute figure made of pure darkness. No one knows where he came from or what his motive is. With his team, he captures Squooshy and his family members and brings them to Bob, so Bob can get free from his runes. And Bob gets his cheeks absolutely stretched and clapped by Squooshy Jr. Chef Guy no longer wants to kill Squooshy for money now. Now it's personal. Chef Guy finds the Staff of Destruction. When he touches it, he becomes Phantasma, a dark entity that was sealed away in a staff by Warty the Warhog. Phantasma's main goal is to facilitate somebody's life purpose. Once it is complete, he can take their body as a host and achieve his dark goals. Oh, and Robo Squooshy takes over the Order and then immediately gets dismantled. He sends Knightsley to kill Squooshy. Knightsley finds out that they can kill Squooshy if they send him to another dimension, and Phantasma kills Knightsley for wanting to have a raise and not actually building the portal until he gets a raise. Phantasma sends Squooshy to another dimension and fails to kill him. Phantasma is so angry that he goes up to a nearby school to blow it up. That's when Squooshy Jr. is like, blowing up school is my thing, and kills Phantasma. The army sees this and is like, we want that in the army, so they give Squooshy 15 shillings to give Squooshy Jr. away, and he happily accepts. Squooshy Jr. is sent to the army and meets Airy, and they, you know. They make Crackerjack Adolf Squooshy, the last of the Squooshies, and so so the timeline ends, and a new, more insane era begins. I hope you enjoyed this video. It took me like 6 or 7 days to make, so, please subscribe. I only have like 67 subscribers. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the 6-7 jokes now.
I'm Creative Masterworks, and I was here too, so also subscribe to me if you really don't value